Yes, good day, everyone. Welcome to our International Prop Chat, episode 5 for today. And thank you for being around with us. And for new followers, the International Prop Chat is actually held on every Tuesday and Friday at 9:30 p.m. to share projects on different countries with you. I'm Angela.
And I am Sue. Welcome everyone. And today we will be talking about Libertyone in Melbourne, Footscray in Melbourne. So first start, I like to ask everyone, which one is your favorite city in Australia? Please type in your comment and let us know, and let us find out what's your favorite city. And the same question I like to pose to Angela as well. Angela, which is your best favorite city in Australia?
Well, I always love Melbourne. Okay, that is always the place that I would, the choice. There's so many choices of Australia. Melbourne is the best. And though that many people has always been criticizing about the weather, but honestly speaking, I do love the weather.
Oh, you do?
I do love the weather. And so each time you go out, you got to be well prepared, bring a long jacket or anything. But that is precisely what I like. I don't like to be, too stagnant, I can get all my things ready, if there's a car, I just dump everything in. The minute I want something, I just got to change it and take over, And yeah, and I remember there's one time was that sunny day afternoon, and it's suddenly into rainy day in within half an hour, from the shopping center out you come to say, what happened? I'm not preparing having the umbrella, but again it was really nice. I don't know, I love it. And of course there's a lot of good memories left behind with my colleagues, my mentors, and my very helpful friends. Nevertheless, I enjoy the drinking coffee, the park, and the working life. Of course, shopping is still the best. I like it very much. How about you, Sue?
Oh, okay. Lots of people complain about the weather, like you said. Yeah, that's one of the very memorable thing about Melbourne, like 4 seasons in a day, right? They say.
Yes.
For me, I think the last time I visited Melbourne was about 5 years ago. And I actually liked Queen Victoria Market very, very much. And every time I go there, I will, end up like maybe 2-3 visits at least to Queen Victoria Market. Lots of aisle with very fresh produce, and then the craft, and then the different kind of international cuisine, even in a little stores, right? So of course, like you say, the coffee is good. And I also like the experience of hopping in and out of the tram over there. So typically my visits there is mainly to friends and family, and of course visiting their homes and all this, I think most Malaysians have lots of friends and families in Australia and in Melbourne, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and this city is really truly amazing, and after all, is known as the most livable cities in the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes, and Melbourne's population is also around 6.49 million by the end of June 2020, and 65% was due to those overseas migration. And Melbourne is always the biggest population driver too, from overseas migration, followed by Sydney and Brisbane and Perth. Perth. Okay, today we are going to share with you a project location at the Footscray. So Sue, where is Footscray in Melbourne?
Oh, before that I answer the question, just let me acknowledge the few people beautiful people that's joined us. Yeah, from Eunice, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And then Jenny, oh, you like Perth? Yes, I like Perth as well, but Melbourne is still good. Cindy, you like Melbourne, yeah? And Maya, welcome to tuning in into this program. And okay, back to your question, Angela. Yeah. Okay, Footscray. Yes, what do I know about Footscray? Footscray is a suburb located at the west of Melbourne CBD. It is about 5 to 6 kilometers away from CBD. And it started actually as a hub for the working class, and it received waves of immigrants throughout the year. And first waves were the Greeks, the Italians, and the Yugoslavians, and then the Vietnamese, and then the East Africans. But now, the most common ancestry in this area is 16% of English, Australian about 12%, and Vietnamese about 9%. Yeah.
Okay, so you just mentioned about the 9% of Vietnamese in Footscray. Is that so? Just 9%?
That's right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Footscray has
so
also,
9%.
Yes.
Go ahead, Angela.
No. I'll just double confirm about the percentage, because most of the time when we talk about Footscray, a lot of time people always think that Footscray is majority of them is Vietnamese. So therefore, when you mentioned about the percentage, I was a bit surprised that you did say that it's 9%. So it's just to double confirm it with you.
Yes, indeed. It was mistakenly known by people that this is a Vietnamese field suburb, but in fact it is not. It is a mixed residency from about 135 countries. Yeah. So it's really a multicultural, multiracial suburb. And it also has it's a very fast growing population. And from 2006 to 2019, it's seen increase of about 60% from 11,400 to 19,300. So on average, it grows about 4.6% per annum. And this is estimated population in 2031 is going to be around about 42,000. Yeah, so that is a huge population we are looking at in the future, right?
Yes. Okay. Now, when the Footscray has been recently begin a lot of undergoing rapid development, and regeneration suburb, making Footscray become an up and coming trendy suburb.
Yes.
Isn't that right? Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes. And also the average age for population around here is about 20 to 39 years old, and with the owner mix and tenant mix of owner 38%, tenant about 62%, and the family of 33%, and single of 67%. So you can see that the growth in this area is also supported by the very young population in this area, and that the tenants is about 62%. Yeah. So Footscray, if you don't know, it has been nominated as one of the 13th spot on top 50 coolest suburb in Melbourne in the Time Out magazine. So, and also it's been voted as one of the top 10 most livable suburb in Melbourne, according to Domain Livable Melbourne study by Deloitte Access Economics and Track Consultant. Yeah. So I would like to ask the audience now, have you been to Footscray or have you heard about it? Yes or no? Please type in your comment. And take this time to acknowledge Jean. Thank you for dropping in. And just look forward to your answer. And yes.
So therefore, Footscray has been attracting a lot of local migrations of first home buyers and hipsters searching for more affordable property to rent. Guess what, Sue? Government actually invested 31 billion to improve the infrastructure in this place, into Footscray. Among one of them is Westgate Tunnel, 6.7 billion. Okay, this becomes one of the Victorian largest urban road projects. And this project will significantly help to decrease the traffic congestion. And this will furthermore, this freeway has upgraded from 8 lanes to 12 lanes and reduced the travel time for the motorists and the trucks to the port. this project will also provide a boost for this Victorian economy to increase about 6,000 new jobs opportunity. So not only the tunnel is
Wow.
also providing connectivity to the eastbourne to westbourne tunnel under the Yarraville.
Oh, I see. Apart from that, I yeah, it is amazing that the government is pouring lots of investment into this area. Like you say, Westgate area project is such a huge project of 6.7 billion, right? So, and not only that, in 2015 also, the government announced another project that is called the Metro Rail Project. And this project, they are investing 25 million into this project. And this project will essentially create twin tunnels of 9 kilometers and 5 underground stations in Arden, Parkvale, State Library, Town Hall, and NZ. And it connects the Sunbury and Cranbourne and Pakenham line to Melbourne Central. And these are the northern, western, and the southeastern region. Yeah, so this region will be connected to the to Melbourne Central and Flinders Street station. And it also, with this project, it improved the peak capacity on Sunbury line. And Sunbury line is the train line that runs through Footscray and support the passenger in this area. And also to support this massive project, so therefore all the peripheral lines has to be upgraded. And last year in August 2019, the Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, Jacinta Allen, announced the first upgrading contract for Sunbury line to start construction of platform extension to about 12 stations on Sunbury line to accommodate high capacity metro trains for extra 113,000 peak hours passenger on Sunbury line. And this, of course, will improve the accessibility of the people living in this area and also improve the job opportunity, creating more jobs for the local in this area. Isn't that wonderful? The investment they put in. Yep.
Yes. Not only that, Sue, Footscray Hospital is going to be another 50 million will be expanded. By then, the hospital will hire more relevant medical workers such as doctors, nurses in this area. So it is clear that the price in the Footscray will be increased significantly or the high demand rental. So Sue, do you know that the past years, there are many major developments in this Joseph Road precinct?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I know. That's why we are in July, right?
Yes.
So, I think the past development here, including there are, I think, 3 other developments nearby in this area. One is called the Victoria Square, and that's an apartment project about 166 units, and it was selling at about 8,300 per square meter. And for us, we always refer it to a square feet, right? So it's easier for us to relate. That is 775 per square feet, Australian dollar. And then other project is Libertyone. It has about 210 units. It is completed. It was sold at 8,000 per square meter and 747 per square feet. And the 70% completed project that is known as Maribyrnong. This is a high density project that is, they have about 1,031 units, 7,600 per square meter and 710 per square feet. And last but not least, that's the project that we are covering today, that is Libertyone Phase 1, only has about 350 units, 7,900 per square meter, and Australian dollars 738 dollar per square feet. This is in Joseph Road precinct, yeah?
Okay, 350 units is certainly a low density apartment to me.
Yes.
Yes. You have shared the other apartments comparison price per square meter. How about the neighboring medium house price comparing to Footscray?
Yes, Footscray, the price, median price here in this area in Footscray is about 863,000. Whereas if you compare to the surrounding area like Port Melbourne, the houses, the median price is about 1.5 million. And then the Richmond and North Melbourne is around about 1.2 million, and also the Carlton is about 1.5 million. So you can see a big comparison, a big difference between the median price here in Footscray, that is about 5-6 kilometers away from CBD, compared to the surrounding area that is more than price more than 1 million, 1.5, 1.2, and 1.5. So definitely in terms of affordability, Footscray has a lot more to offer, yeah, in terms of price. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, all right, we have touched about the locations. Like each times when we talk about projects, we obviously touch a little bit more on the locations, because location is also the main prime concern for the investor. So we also touch on the improved infrastructures at Footscray and the surrounding projects like the Joseph Precincts Road, and the neighboring suburb soon. I am getting very excited at this project at Libertyone. So shall we just go on it and just
Yes, we have to definitely share. Yes.
Yeah.
The location for this Libertyone that we are talking about is at 1 Ward Street in Footscray, and it's only about 3 train stop away from CBD. And the architects that is responsible for this is called CHT Architects. Their driving aim was to create distinctive buildings and spaces that complement modern Australian life. And they are armed with about 20 years of experience, and is one of the largest architecture firm in Melbourne. And they constantly deliver socially, environmentally, and financially successful space that enrich people's life. And this project, they also partner with a landscape specialist. Is called the Track Landscape Architect. That Track Landscape Architect has 40 years of experience and is specialized in urban design, landscape architecture, and they also have managed to deliver an outdoor space and landscape that are creative, functional, and liberating in Libertyone.
Wow.
So this is really a good partnership. Okay, Angela, let me take a minute to just acknowledge some audience here. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Well, welcome Becky, and then we'll welcome also Eunice, and we will welcome also Chanta. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. You're watching International Port Tech, and we are on live at every Tuesday 9:30 Malaysian time and GMT +8 on Tuesday and Friday. Yeah, so welcome and thank you for tuning in. Okay, Angela, who is the developer? You have to share that with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, developer is also a very, very main concern for most of the investors. Yes, Benson Property Group is the developer. It has been established in 1994, and it's actually a family-owned company that has been operating in Melbourne for a quarter of a century. Yes, Benson Group has become one of the Melbourne's leading inner cities property development and investment company as well. Benson's philosophy has always been to interpret market trends and government directions and apply this development ahead of the market. So the quality of the range Benson development reflects its commitments to maximizing the long-term growth and the investment return.
Wow, yeah, I know that they also have done over about 2 billion homes in premium locations such as the Flemington, Hawthorn, Malvern, Armadale, and Brunswick, right? Yeah. Flemington Property Group is part of Jurassic group of companies, and alongside with their sister companies such as Libertyone Hill Estate, with its award-winning wines, fine dining and event spaces, as well as J Group Elite and J Group Aviation, which provides premium travel and accommodation experiences as well. Yeah, so they are a very reputable developer, and they are into many kinds of different businesses. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that just for your information, I actually tried the Lambtime the wine. It was really good.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's yes.
The privilege that comes with work, right?
Yes, exactly. It was really good. In fact, I have friends asking me to buy, where can I get all this wine? I say, see, let me try to search. Of course, wine is in Melbourne is obviously is not a very expensive product. It's reasonable and affordable when you talk about wine. Unlike in Malaysia, the duty tax is much higher. Okay.
Yes.
So
yes,
so Libertyone is actually a mixed development project with commercial such as office, retails, and cafe on the ground floor. And there are 350 units apartment, which just now I did mention is considered a very low density. Phase 1, 24 levels high and 4 basement. And whereby it is 88 units of 1 bedrooms. And this is just nice for the young professions or couples, And 243 units for 2-bedder, best for the married with kids or even students, And 19 units will be on 3-bedders, and for those people, obviously, for those people who are downsizers, don't want to do much gardening, this is the perfect units, 3-bedders for them to look into. What about the facilities, Sue?
Well, the facilities, they have the rooftop amenities, and most of the facilities are there. They have a gymnasium that opens up to a yoga meditation space, and they also have an outdoor cinema where you can watch your movies under the sky and under the stars.
So it's the starry night.
Yeah, and also they have the multiple function area on the top, on the rooftop, and also the outdoor dining facility. So if you are owning a property there, a unit there, you can hold parties and invite your friends over and enjoy this facility. So it is just like a good and trendy lifestyle, right?
Yes. And you don't have to go into your apartment. You can have your party out, and beautiful view, The 24 level is just very beautiful. So is Libertyone is the completed project?
No, that is the beauty of it. I'm so thankful that you asked. Actually, we are. Yes, actually, the investor, if you decide to invest in this project right now, you can actually pay 10% of the purchase price first, and you don't pay anything until the completion. So 90% you will pay upon the completion of this unit, and the completion, it is at the end of 2021. You actually definitely have a lot of time to plan for your finances, right?
Yeah, that's good. So Libertyone is a project that is a very good accessible and locations you can access to many places within your own within few minutes. Like we're talking about the Maribyrnong River, you can just walk 2 minutes, and CBD, if you decide to take a bike, enjoy while exercising, you can actually take the Maribyrnong River Trail. That is only 15 minutes. And 3 stops, like you just said, 3 stops to reach the Southern Cross station within 15 minutes. I come across it, actually time it, and you can actually from Footscray to the desktop. It takes about 20 minutes with your coffee and breakfast together. That's wonderful, right? Yeah. So Footscray is not just
in this area and also work in the city or study in the city, isn't
That's
it?
right. Yes, precisely. You don't have to stay in the CBD, which you are actually paying a so much higher price for the rental. And the beautiful
Mm,
is that it's just 650 meters, which is just 5 to 9 minutes walk from the station, from your
yeah.
apartment Libertyone to Footscray station.
Oh,
That's
so
that is so
convenient.
close.
Yes, 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 indeed. Well, it is also near to the amenities. It
Mm,
takes about 14 minutes drive to High Point Shopping Center and 25 minutes biking to go there if you want to, if you prefer
yes.
to bike there. So you can get all your groceries and amenities from your provision from there. And then it also is about 2.5 kilometers from Flemington Racecourse.
Wow.
I'm sure you know about Melbourne Cup Carnival, right? It is
Yes.
the most famous annual thoroughbred horse race event, and it is a tradition since 1861, 159 years ago. So every year until the first Tuesday of November, and people will gather together because it's a public holiday. They will enjoy the carnival wearing the fancy hats and fascinator, and then they
Yes.
also will enjoy the if you own a unit from Libertyone, a certain selected units, you can actually have the full view of the race course. You can enjoy the view at the comfort of your home. How wonderful is that?
Wow. It's like living in your lifestyle, you know. The kind
Yes,
when you
that's right.
cook,
That's right.
you can just steal
Yes,
the green there, and
yes,
and people
yes,
paying the tickets to go in the Melbourne Cup, and
yes,
you all you have to do is just sit at your window there, looking through it. You know how beautiful.
yes, yes,
Yes, and
definitely.
yeah,
And
and the yes, please.
this area also they have about 23 schools around this area, and
Mm,
also Victoria University is also around here. That's about 1.7 kilometer and 12 minutes by bus and 90 minutes by walking. And if you don't know about Victoria University, it is a top 4 university in Melbourne and top 4% uni worldwide. That is the ranking taken by the QS World Uni Ranking. Yeah. So these are the plus point if you are considering to invest in this area. So definitely this place has a lot of school to support family, and it's also because of its proximity to CBD. It's about only 12 minutes to RMIT and about 34 minutes to Melbourne Uni. So those that study in the city can also consider living in this area, because the property price in the city CBD is very different, yeah, very high compared to
true.
here. So yeah, this
Yes,
is a good alternative, yeah. And
yes.
the last thing, I'm sure you will be excited to hear about this. This is the proximity to Buckley Street. Yeah, it's only about 7 to 9 minutes to Buckley Street. And Buckley Street in Footscray is filled with all the very nice cafe, restaurants, and varieties of shops. And it is a vibrant street. You enjoy your coffee. I'm sure you will like this place, Angela.
I love it. Definitely, yes. If I'm in Footscray, I'll definitely visit this Buckley Street. You know, we have a fragrant coffees. You know. So, Sue, what about the unit or, or price of that you can share to the audience?
The prices of this place is about the units that's now available is 1 bedroom, one bath unit, and the 2 bedroom and 2 bath unit. So it is at priced at about 435,000 to about
Mm,
600,000. So the entry cost is actually quite low, and it rents about 40, 56 square meter to
yeah.
about 80 square meter around that.
Yes.
Mm.
And the rental market, I would say that from for your information, is actually one bedder is about 430 to 480 weekly. You know, in Australia they go on weekly, and the 2 bedder I would say is 530 to 580 or a Libertyone. And of course, the developer are actually offering two options for the investor, which is the 2 years guarantee rental return of 5% from the unit level to level 2 to 5, which is the 5 is the audience, and level 10 to 23. Yes.
Okay, that sounds like a good package. But there is
Mm.
another package, Angela. There's a
Mm-hmm.
25 years lease facility option. Yeah, and these are open to units from 6th floor to 10th floor. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this 5 residential lease will based on the current forecast of 5% of purchase price and a further 4 option terms of 5 years each and to a total of 25 years lease. Yeah. So annual fix is about 3.5 rent increase during the 5-year term. And the owners, you will be paying the corporation fee, all the rates and taxes other than the usage fee, the managing agent levy fee, and for initial owner setup, and also the managing agent standard monthly fee. So these fee that the owners will be paying, but the developer is having this 25 years lease option for one that
Wow.
to invest.
So can you withdraw in between? I mean,
Definitely. Actually, if you decide like in a halfway in the middle, like say maybe you are planning for your children's education in 3 or 4 years time or 5 years time, then you need to have the accommodation back. Then all you have to do is just to notify the developer, giving them a 90 days notice, and then you can actually pull back from this option. Yeah? So then you
wow.
can have the
That's amazing. I honestly haven't come across with such amazing properties where have 25 lease guarantees, and then you can come in and out of any times you want, so long that you just give notice, This is
yeah.
incredible, yeah.
Yeah, it is, and indeed a very good option for those who are looking at the long-term investment, and very
Mm-hmm.
anyone, this option actually comes very easily. Yeah, no, not any of the developers, like you say, offer this kind of option. 5 years is a long time.
Yeah, yes, true indeed.
Okay. Well, there are some questions coming in. Okay. One question is that do I need to pay tax from the profit?
Yes, you have to. It's only when you sell the properties you have to declare tax. So, in any way, you always advise a client or investor whenever they buy anything, you have to open a tax file. So, from the tax file, and the accountant will teach you how to. There are many ways that you can. There's a tax deductible there.
Yes. So yeah. So that is a yes. You have to open a tax file and you have to pay taxes for your rental income. Yeah. So we will open this time to Q&A. So if you have any question to ask, please type in comment column so that we can attend to you later. We will take this time to watch a video of Libertyone, shall we?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, that looks like an amazing project, isn't it?
Yes. Did you see that the floor from the ceiling window? It is
Yeah.
right. Yes, it's beautiful view, especially when you remember you see the kitchen view right there. This is so-called the reputable developer with love lifestyles designs. You know, you can actually. I love the view actually. Yeah.
Yeah, the proximity to the river, so and you also get an unobstructed view
That's
of the
right.
river and also the Flemington Racecourse, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, there's a question about the completion date. The completion date will be end of 2021. So, like we say, the beauty of this project is that if you are not quite ready to commit with the finances yet, you can put down 10% right now, order the unit, and also prepare your finances in the meantime, and 90% payable before the completion, that is in 2021, end of 2021. Okay, there's another question. Who will do the property management? Angela, would you like to take that?
Okay, if you are talking about the GR, it's definitely the Liberty one is doing it. There's no problem with it. So it depends whether you're taking the option one or option two. But in any way, the option one or two is still taken care by the developer side, because they are not just doing. They also have an investment companies there, and in fact, this property do have a what they call it. They have this financial investment of 8%. Because it's quite complicated. We did not try to illustrate, or we do not try to touch on point. For those who would like to know more about it, you can have another further savings of 8%. Just PM us, okay? PM us, PM Sue, PM me, or even in the international IQI International Sales. We will explain to you much clearer, okay?
One more question. How much is the property management fee now? So,
Yeah, it's 8%. Yeah, it's around 8 to 12%.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there is another question. What is the starting price? We mentioned earlier is about 435,000. Yeah, starting. So that is the starting price now. And Australian dollar now is at about 2.84. It is quite low because this is a good time to buy in Australian property. If Australian property usually ranging around about 2.9, 2.3, and then now it's come down to about 2.84. So it's a good time to buy into Australian property right now.
And in any way, in any way, if you're talking about investing in Australia, it's always a long-term investment. So you can see, likewise, these days, properties are more on the long term, especially in Australia. So we are talking about 7 to 10 years time. It will be best to keep that long.
Okay. One question from Songsak asking, can foreign buyer get loan from the bank?
Yes, yes, it is a yes for this project. It's because we have mentioned this is only 5 km away from CBD. Yes, the finance option is available for this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The one more question from Daphne is how much is one room unit? Like we said, with it starts at about 435,000. So this is the one room, one bath unit, and then it's running out very soon. So if you have anyone interested, or if you are interested, please get in touch with us, and we will help you to select the units and get one for you.
Yeah. So let's recap. Libertyone in Melbourne, one of the best in the market. I would say best in the market. When you're talking about location, is really good already, right? So do you agree?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. It's about 3 stops from CBD, and it is located in a premium location. It's overlooking the view is amazing. It has unobstructed view of the Maribyrnong River and also Flemington Racecourse. And it is close to transport. You're walking to train station about 7 to 9 minutes, 650 meters away from the apartment, and you can reach the CBD in 7 minutes by train. Yeah, so this is also very close to amenity. You are close to High Point Shopping Center, so you can just even bike there. You can even bike to CBD in
Yes.
about 15 minutes. So I'm just like, just cannot imagine that if you want to bike to KL, it's really impossible.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
And it's so healthy to bike there. It's just only 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mm.
Mhm. So, okay, and the master plan about Footscray, we have just mentioned also improve infrastructure. Three major development is ongoing: the Westgate Tunnel, the Metro Rail, and the Footscray Hospital. So you can see that the master plans we have mentioned, and we talk about the locations, we talk about the accessibilities to public transport is also there. So, and also, of course, there's trees drops
Away
from
from
train. Yes, yes, yes. And it's only 650 meters walk from your apartment to the Footscray station. And
yeah,
of course, yes, yes. And you also enjoy the 25-year lease guarantee,
yes,
and
yes,
whichever options that you opt anytime,
yes,
And yes,
about the high rental returns
yeah,
just now, right? And the low entry price. So this is a dream, a price property that you can only dream of. And then it also in this area. Just now we shared about how many tenants are there. About 67 to 62% people are tenanting, renting a place in Footscray. So it has low vacancy rate of about 1.3%, and also all the units come with free car park, and this is definitely very important for the lifestyle of Australian. So if you own a place and in CBD, you can hardly get any car park. So this place is only about 5 kilometers, five to 6 kilometers away from CBD, and you are given a free car park for each unit, and it's really it's very very a bonus, yeah, for property investment. Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about, another thing you're talking about, you only pay 10% deposit and balance is 202.
Yes.
So you can look at stable cash flow from 25 years with zero vacancy if you are taking the option 2.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so last but not least, let us recap the most attractive part is the 25 years steady and stable passive income for 25 years, and the developer is giving that option for you to enjoy. So I hope you will take the opportunity to check this property out, and don't miss it. Yeah. So
and not only that, Sue, there is a commercial retail for sales to that. So
yes.
So currently they have limited commercial retail for sale, and when you talk about commercial unit, there are actually no foreign stamp duty, and you can exit anytime, and you can sell to anyone. I can sell to Sue, I can sell to Angela, I can even sell to So it's not necessary you are a PR and a non-PR. There's no restriction, I would say, and the beauty is that all the outgoings are paid by the tenant. Isn't that fantastic?
Wow. Yes. Indeed, it's very attractive. The commercial part is also very attractive, and also very convenient for those that are living there. Like imagine you just come back, you can grab a coffee from downstairs and then go up to your outdoor dining area and enjoy the sunset.
Yeah, that's right.
What lifestyle! And then look
Yeah.
at the river
Yeah. But honestly, these days you were looking at about 5 km away. It's it's going to be sooner. Not going to be any more properties around this area, and
Yes.
things is getting more and more expensive. Right?
Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
So it is a good buy if anybody is looking at investing in Melbourne. This is a star buy. So don't hesitate. Please give us a call, PM, or just if you like to have more information, you can just contact us directly. So let me check whether there are any other questions. As an investor, if I want to invest in Australia, what is the difference between investing in Perth and Melbourne?
So you want to answer it or?
Well, Perth is a smaller city, and Melbourne is a bigger city. And Melbourne, like Angela said, is the population driver. So both city has its own beauty.
That's
And
right.
depending on your investment, the reason, because everybody invests with some reason behind it. So if you're so depending on your reason, you can choose the place that is more suitable for your investment reason. For certain people, certain investment, they maybe prefer Perth because it is a closer proximity. They can visit it all the time. They can have a good chance to visit and enjoy their property at the same time. But certain people, maybe they have more friends and relatives in Melbourne. So it depends on your objective of investment as well. So what is more appealing to you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I can add another point is that there's no difference in terms of time if you choose to invest in Perth, whereby Melbourne is it depends on the whether it's winter or what. It can be a 3 hours difference, and the if anything happen or if you have kids over there, I mean, for us in Malaysia, we only takes about 5 hours just to fly. And morning we decide, I want to come, I want to fly, decide to fly over there. So long that it's an airplane or tickets, available, you can just fly within morning and you can reach there in 5 hours. But everywhere else in Melbourne is pretty, 8 hours there. And okay, let's assuming that you're not talking about children or anything. It's just mainly an investment. Well, I would say the entry price. So, do you think entry price in Perth is slightly cheaper?
Yes.
Do you consider this one? Mm-hmm. So again, is depending on how comfortable of your investment price range, your so-called budget, So yeah, even both have their own advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah. So we have projects in both Perth and Melbourne, which that you fancy. You can always keep in touch with us. Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing is that if you invest in Melbourne, of course the foreign stamp duty is higher. We are talking about 13 point something, where else Perth is much lower, isn't it? And then remember the Perth we have the one that if it's in construction, you still can save some percentage of it. So lately you made a video out of it. Yes, the 75% of the constructions, and if you purchase a properties that is ongoing, construction is not ready yet, so you can still another saving of 75, but not in Melbourne. Okay, not in Melbourne. Obviously, Melbourne is all about vibrant lifestyle. I love it, and yeah.
Actually, internationally, more people are attracted to Melbourne. So maybe we have demand in terms of property. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and another thing that you have to touch is in Perth, if you decide that not to settle your property after the period, the completion dates comes in, maybe assuming we are talking about 1090. What is 1090 means you pay 10%, 90% is upon completion. So what if the 2 years comes to settlement, you could not settle it? Sorry, your 10% is going to be burned. But in Melbourne, the only places in Melbourne that you can still have a nomination unit. In other words, if you could not able to settle it, you can use this to sell it to the local there, and that is of course the you have to see again. You have to inquire from the developer whether the project is fully sold out. If the project is fully sold out, you can either sell it to the local or as well as the foreigner like Sue and me. Okay, but what if the project is still there is phase 2 and some more they are developers, they still have units, then you probably have to sell your nomination units to the local only.
Okay.
So the chances that you may not lose all your so-called 10% if that is the worst scenarios you're talking about.
And we don't encourage that, right?
That's right, that's right.
Okay. Well, I think that brings to the end of our live program. We just want to thank you for tuning in. And I'm Sue. Thank you for watching this live program.
And I'm Angela. Stay safe until we will see you again.
Okay. Bye.